Robert G. Conley here, coming to you live. We're about a week before summer. And my topic today is burnout. Burnout. And burnout is something that we're seeing, if you're a reader of the news, and sorry, if you're if you, across many resources, it seems as though burnout is is a common topic for discussion right now. And the a lot of it has to do with the pandemic and the fact that people are working harder than ever. That there have been a lot of layoffs that then have also caused people that are still in jobs to work even harder and to make up the difference. And burnout is not stress. Burnout comes from unrelenting stress. Burnout comes from a lack of ability to recover. So we can handle stress intermittently, but we need recovery also. And so when we have just unrelenting, inordinate amounts of stress, we're primed for burnout. And the thing about burnout is, well, let me finish the other thought first. So we have this unrelenting, inordinate amount of stress. And so the pandemic of the last 15 months has caused higher than ever degrees of burnout because I submit to you, not just working hard, but it has prevented recovery. It has prevented many of the activities that allow people to cope. And so it's having an impact, though, on employees and on like people that have been that are on unemployment. They're extending unemployment. They're continuing to take unemployment instead of going back to work, and that has implications all its own. But at any rate, the first thing I want to convey to you is that one of the insidious things about burnout is that you don't always see it coming. It's there's hypothermia, your body temperature's too low. There's hyperthermia, your body temperature's too high. There's hypoxia, where your body's not getting enough oxygen, and just as with those three, burnout, you can't tell they're happening to you necessarily. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're unconscious, you're disabled, you can't move. And so that's, it's something that's one of the reasons that we always need to be actively managing our recovery. We will become better performers if we commit equally to our recovery, or if we even at times work harder on our recovery and rejuvenation than we do on our jobs. And the underlying assumption is that we're all working really hard on our jobs, that we're working as hard as we can on our jobs. So number one is realizing that you can't see it coming necessarily, and sometimes it's too late. And not too late in that, too much stress can't kill you. But what I mean is that too late in that you can't just prevent. Now you have to cure. Now you have to work on it. So the next number two is to accept that it's a highly personal thing. Each of us has our own very unique set of things that stress us, or it's like constellation of things that stress us and that also, on the flip side, help us recover. No two people are the same. Nobody reacts the same to any given anything. It just doesn't happen. And so the type of it, the typical advice to prevent burnout, it all comes under the heading of recovery: eating right, getting plenty of sleep, exercising. Now, what's the challenge? When you're highly stressed, it becomes difficult to sleep. It can become mentally tougher to set aside time to do what it takes to eat right and to exercise. Now, what I would urge anyone who's going through this or just feeling stressed is, if you will put exercise number one. And when I say exercise, I'm talking about getting outside. My definition of exercise: you just get outside in the sunshine and walk. We've got, we're less than a week away from summer starting. We've got hot weather coming. Make it an objective to be joyfully outside every minute you can be. sweating, running, gardening, walking. I don't care what it is, but start with exercise, because exercise will, if you don't start with exercise, you're not going to fix your sleep problem. Most sleep problems, got to be careful here, but I say a lot of sleep problems can be cured with the right amount of exercise. Too much exercise, not good. Right amount of exercise, again, a personal thing. Calibrate it, study it. Oh, this is the exercise it takes me each day to sleep properly. And there are times when you go, wow, I can't believe it takes me 2 hours of exercise to sleep properly. Well, cut out Netflix, cut out YouTube, cut out the Three Stooges Film Festival. Exercise. Exercise is number one, and don't let other frivolous things, don't mistake watching Netflix or YouTube for actual physical recovery that will help you sleep better. So put exercise number one, put activity number one. And then the next thing is that your attitude about burnout and about stress. Many people take it personally or measure themselves against others or make it an issue of, I'm soft, or I'm, this shouldn't be bothering me. Whatever negative self-talk that you can, hamper yourself with, try to manage that and stop it if you can, because again, stress is a personal thing. It's your own metabolic makeup. It's not about mental toughness. Overwhelmingly, it's not about mental toughness. It's just about how you're fundamentally wired. Your personality type has a lot to do with how you handle stress. And your personality type also has a lot to do with, with how you're able to manage your stress. And like I mentioned, exercise. There's some personality types, I'm one of them. Until I understood the mental benefit that I enjoyed from exercise, I couldn't stand exercising. When I finally locked into the mental benefit of exercising, I look forward to it every day. And so every personality type needs exercise. And what you need to crack the code on what will help you look forward to exercise every day. What's the mental picture? What's the mental adjustment? Is it, well, I just enjoy being outside, or I just enjoy being in the water if you're a swimmer? Focus on that one thing that will get you motivated, because it all centers around, we were designed to be physical human beings and to be moving. And if you are overwhelmed and feeling stressed, then you've got to start with that exercise thing. So and be gentle with yourself and realize that, again, feeling stressed, let go of this mental toughness issue if it has you. So then the next thing that I hesitated because I want to just put this out there that the reason I'm hesitating, I'm not an expert on depression, but whenever I have studied burnout, it always feels to me as if it's the same thing. It's a very similar animal. And, in that, you start, when you get truly depressed, it's not that you hate, it's that you become indifferent. When you're burnt out, you disengage from activities, you disengage from work. When you're stressed, your emotions are on edge. When you're burnt out, your emotions are numb. You're not even feeling things anymore. And you start feeling helpless. And so, the thing that I believe, and I'm timing this because we're a week away from summer, and we can read all kinds of, here are all the steps. And yes, you need to sleep, you need to eat right. But number one, we've got 3 months of summer, a week away, and we are coming out of a pandemic. And I just want to say, if you're feeling burnt out, first of all, that's good, because you're still feeling something. But most importantly, get outside, get moving, get with friends, And your number one goal for the next 90 days, to have the most fantastic summer you've ever had in your life. I'm Robert J. Conley. I hope this helped. I'll see you next time.